Okay, this video is to show my modified 2010 screen set. The macros have been changed, the screen set remains the same. Mainly the auto zero macros have been adjusted to fit my workflow. So I'm going to go through the whole thing from the start to the finish. The machine has just been turned on, nothing is referenced, everything is ready to go. So the first step we're going to do is pick the reference all home icon. And the machine will reference the 3 axes. In addition to referencing X, Y, and Z, it now references the tool to a fixed plate. I get a prompt on the screen that says to attach the clip to the collet and press OK to set the Z height. So we're going to do that now. I apologize for the shaky one-handed video. Attach the clip. Click OK. And the machine probes the reference plate. Reference plate is fixed and removes relative to Z. It's done probing. I get a prompt to remove the clip and then press OK. So we do that. Take the clip off. It's OK. And the machine retracts and parks. So the reference all home macro is complete and it's ready for me to do my thing. Now the next step you need to do the very first time you run this, at the very least, and probably any time that you've started the machine up fresh, is to reference your work zero. For me, I'm using the table in this example. I know some people will prefer to reference the top of their material, but the advantages of doing the table work out for my setup. So I'm going to jog to a location where I can check the Z height. And on my screen set, I'm going to choose the single chevron tool right here and click on that. And I get a prompt that says to ready to probe the Z table/material height, and tells me to attach the clip to the collet and prepare the touch plate. So I do that. Remove the clip. Get the touch plate ready. I'm going to pick OK. And wait for it to come down. Now normally I probably would have jogged the Z-axis down a little closer before I started this, but no big deal, we can wait on it. And the other macros, this movement's a little faster to about this point because it knows about where it's going to go, but in the case of this probe it doesn't, so it's slow all the way down. Retracts and then reprobe slowly. Retracts, and I get a prompt to remove the clip and press OK to continue. We do that, take the clip off, press OK to continue, and I've got a debug message in here that I need to turn off. Forgot about that, so we'll OK on the debug message. And now the machine has been, the Z-axis is referenced and it knows where zero is. It also knows where it is relative to that reference plate, so that with subsequent tool changes it will know exactly where to go. So now I'm going to jog to a piece of scrap that I've got in here, and I'm going to set, and I just jogged to the place I'm going to set my X0 and Y0 coordinates. I'm going to load a simple 2-tool job that I've got set up from Kanban. And to show it in Kanban, it's just a simple job. It's going to cover a couple of circles, and they're just barely cutting down into the surface of the material that is already preset at the thickness of this material. So back to Mach 3, everything's ready to go, and we'll pick cycle start just like normal to run the job. Spiraling down, cut these 2 circles. Encountered a tool change in the G code, so it moved to my tool change position, which is there. It prompts me to change the tool and press OK to continue. So we're going to pretend that I changed the tool and the height changed. It won't make any difference for this video. So I'll just pick OK. And so we've changed the tool, and now the system will automatically probe the reference plate. I get a prompt on the system that tells me to attach the clip to the collet. And now you only get these prompts if you've got manual spindle turned on. I have to attach a clip to my collet because my collet is a DeWalt router that's insulated. So we've attached the clip, we press OK, and again we get a probe. Now this is the new tool, and it would be the new tool, which would be a slightly different height, and so it's finding out what the new height is. And we get the remove the clip from the collet reminder and press OK. I'm going to remove the collet. Now before I press OK, I'm going to point out that it has now set the new work Z0 based on the reference. It knows the reference between the reference plate. It knows the difference, that is, between the reference plate and the material. In my case, I zeroed to the table, so it now knows where Z0 is. So I'm going to click OK on the remove clips prompt, and now it goes to cut the next machine operation. The operation in my G code includes a park. Machine is parked, and we are finished. Next part, all we have to do is zero and pull up the G code and run it. No more probing, nothing else, and the only time it'll probe again is if it gets another tool change, because everything else is set unless I lose steps or stall a motor or something like that. Thanks, I hope this is helpful. Bye.